Hello, dear tip droppies. I wish you a very, very happy new year. I'm very happy we made it. We made it to 2021. I just announced a couple of minutes ago that I will go live, so I don't know if anyone will see this live. If you do, if you tune in a moment, let me know your wishes for the new year. And with that, I mean, are there any things you struggle with movement-wise or body-wise or inspiration-wise? What would you like to get tips about from me? It can be anything, dance or life or movement related. And I will be sure to put them in the tip drops of this year. Hello. Say hi if you're there so I can see who it is. So the coming year, as I announced, we will have one tip drop every first Friday of the month. I may do some bonus tip drops here and there, but that will be the structure. That will be the set tip drops that we have. And I am still deciding what I will put in. I will take in your wishes, and hi Marie, welcome. I will take your wishes into account and do my best to work the tip drops around them, because of course the tips, I know what I want to share, but it's also important to me that the tips I share are useful to you. Hi Magdalena, Happy New Year. And hi Marianne. And also I wanted to announce, I almost forgot, that I was going to talk about the Boost program here, because I want people to know about it, but it has sold out already before New Year. Hello Caroline. So all I can say is, if you want to join, sign up for the waiting list, and one never knows, there might be a spot that opens up. But for now we are full for 36 weeks. And I am still processing this because I didn't expect it. I am so happy, I'm overjoyed, and already getting inspiration to share movement tips. Hi Vanessa! And a lot of you boosties are in here in the tip drops as well, so we can use this for people who are not able to do the Boost classes but want to get some tips from me movement wise here, and for the Boost, if there's stuff we don't get around to, or if there's things that are useful as short videos like the tip drops are, I might put them in. So it will be a combination. So if you're not able to study with me in the Boost group, use the tip drops to ask me for tips. so at least there's a bit of interaction, because this is one way you can move and dance with me. And second way to move and dance with me this year is via the Kalida Online Facebook group over there. And well, the videos there will also be once per month on the last Wednesday, of each month. So on Friday, first Friday of every month of 2021, I'm here in the tip drops live, usually in the afternoon like this. It could be somewhere between 1 and 4. So there's still some daylight and I still have time to process it and send it via email. Second way to dance with me, move with me, every final Wednesday of the month in Kalida Online, the big group. There we will work on dance, a bit more dance. This is more free, more open from martial arts and different movement arts. And in the Kalida Online, it will be more specific for belly dance, but with input from different movement arts. And the third way to study with me is Boost, but it's full. So sign up for the waiting list if you're interested. Because like for Marie, there might be spots that happen that because one never knows. So if you want, you would be the first one right now to be on the list. So the waiting list is not full yet, it's still empty. We are just at the beginning, so there's a good chance you might get a spot still if you want, so it's not too late. Anyway, I'm wearing something different today because I'm getting ready to teach tomorrow my first workshop of the year on Instagram for the Lana's charity event. It's called Wow 21, just to have something fun. And so if you want to study with me in German, you can. I will be teaching a 1-hour version of posing for pictures. We'll do a little bit of theory and a little bit of practice. It's similar to the workshop that I gave, but because it's different people and a different platform, there might be some new tips. So I will be showing you how I get inspiration for photo shoots and what I use from ballet for posing, and also how I use props or my costume for posing. So if you're interested in that, there's still time, I think, to enroll for Wow 21. I'll add the link here. A part of the proceeds will go to Dance for Children, and you will have 10 days of classes. And the first classes Delana is teaching is how to work with Instagram. So if this is something you struggle with as a dancer, how to use it in a sensible way, not just for consuming, but for posting, then WOW 2.0, WOW 21, the second version, might be interesting for you. Also, you will learn how to make a costume, and you will learn about music from Diap, our orchestral leader. And you'll learn combinations from me next Friday for Samai and Masmoudi. So long rhythms. I will be teaching a combination of 1 minute, so it fits into Instagram. This is also new for me. And yes, and then you will get combinations and folklore from different teachers. So if you want to study with me and you're not able to do Boost, but you want to hear me talk German, go to WOW and you'll have another chance. And these t-shirts, I love them. Delana designed them. She's the organizer, and she is a professional designer. She took courses, and everything she does really well. So I am asking her to make a logo for me, which you will see soon. Okay, that's it. That's it from my talking. Let me know, if you're just tuning in, what your struggles are in movement, in dance, in life, and I will do my best to put them in the tip drops for you. Okay, let's move to today's topic. I want to do, because last week relaxing the face felt so nice, I want to do similar things but for the neck and shoulders. So we'll work our way down and relax into the new year. One thing that I like to do when I'm cooking is this is ironing or folding socks. Something I'm doing when I'm standing is to just move my head. We easily forget how to do this, so because we're looking at screens and we're working a lot. Also, for me as a teacher, I'm always focused on a screen, and if I'm at the computer, it's the same thing. My head doesn't get as much movement as it should. So that's something that I try to do as a good habit whenever I'm standing and not having to focus on anything I see. So the first thing to do would be to stand up straight, plant your heels into the floor, lengthen yourself, and then simply shake out all attention. The smaller you make the movements, the more it will help. And move your head up and down while saying no. So not big movements yet. Small, tiny movements, up and down. And then figure eights with your nose. Tiny ones. Try the other direction. That's quite tricky to do. Circles with the nose and circles to the other side. What you're actually doing is you're moving all of this, and you might feel it. You might feel already. I sometimes get goosebumps because it releases a lot of tension. To make small movements releases tension here and the spot that we massaged last week. Ooh, okay, I'm back in normal light. So again, up, down, but while saying no, make a zigzag. And if you've done this a couple of times, I know this is hard to do while cooking, but for folding socks it should work. Figure eights, you can do that while stirring your pan, and figure eights. Back, circles with the nose, circles to the other side. Let me know how that feels. I already feel it a little. Now to go a bit deeper, place your hands on your sternum too, and give yourself a bit of pressure. And then I pull my ears back and up, so I'm lengthening the back of my neck, and from there I move my chin up and down, and I keep my hands, I keep a bit of pressure here, so you might feel a pretty deep stretch along the front, and that's because we're in this posture. You want to center yourself, but your muscles and skin even might pull you back, so this is a good way to release that gently. Now from a little bit up, I'm lengthening, but I'm doing it carefully. I'm not pulling too much. I'm just feeling if there's tension, and then I move diagonally up and down. And this is also good for dance, because the more you use your face, the angles in dancing, the more communicative your dancing will be. And that we use a lot in ballet. So we don't dance with just the body, we dance with the head and the neck, and that releases emotion as well. So that's, as an aside from ballet, it's important to bring movement back into your head. So now we're going to do rainbows. So keeping the hands here, looking up. You don't have to look all the way up, you can go diagonal. And then imagine you're following a rainbow over you. And you can make the movement bigger as it becomes more comfortable, and this should feel nice. Now we're ready to grab one shoulder and this muscle here connecting, well, it's the top part of a muscle group. You can simply grab it, it's above your clavicle. Grab it and squeeze it, and then move your arm. That also feels really nice from the back. Other side. I'm grabbing the muscle. This might be a bit sore, so go gentle on yourself. You can also massage yourself here with pressure from your fingertips. If I go too close, then the light lights me up. I hope you had a good New Year's celebration, not too wild. Mr. E and I, we have our little tradition. We don't go to parties for New Year anyway, so this year was not so different. So let's switch again. And now move your shoulder while you're squeezing. So what we do is we cook together, and then we prepare ourselves for the new year by pulling out 2 chairs. And those who take my classes have heard this from last week. And we jump into the new year. So we get on the chairs, we look at the clock, and then between 59 seconds and the first second of 00, we make sure we're in the air and we land into the new year. So that's our little tradition. Now, one thing that I noticed is if you move your wrists, it translates back up into the shoulders, and that also helps to relax the neck. So we're working from top to bottom and from bottom to top. So let's wiggle the fingers. One of my favorite things to do, also to counteract workouts where you use the grabbing part of muscles, and typing, which is the same but in small. So you want to extend. As a dancer, you need the extension to balance out everything else that we do. And if you don't have any hair elastics, I sometimes use hair elastics, you can use your hands. This is this is the part where Mr. E came in our Wednesday mega mix, and I got distracted. So I tried to extend, but I resisted with my other hand. That's what I wanted to show. So I'll do it here. And shake out. Okay, now roll the shoulders back and forth, and this should be a bit more relaxing. Now we're going to use the shoulders as our final movement to massage our neck. I will pull up high. This I also do while folding socks. And then slowly, 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 with an exhalation, bring it down. Then again, you can do this 3 times or however often you like. Let the arms just hang, so you have no neck. And then I'm looking up and making the rainbow again, and this way you use your shoulders to massage the back of your neck. And 3rd time, you can move a bit more, and this should feel really nice. To shake out any remaining tension. Last thing I want to show you is using resistance for your head to release last bits of blockage. So you can put your hand against your sternum, and I'm pushing I'm pushing my head. I don't know why the light's doing that. It's my arm, it's too bright. I'm pushing my head into my hand, and then I release. And you might feel this, there I am, you might feel this down into the feet. So pay attention to what you feel when you make resistance, and you release the tension. This might release the whole muscle group on the front, because neurologically they are connected in movement patterns. And now the opposite. Place a hand behind your head. It's right about where my ponytail is, so I have to grab it around it. Press your head into it. Yes, I think it's my arm. My arm is too bright. Press your head into it, lifting under the ears. Feel if anything else reacts, and then let it go. Let me come closer. Yeah, resetting the light. So again, my hand is behind my head. I press. I inhale. I hold my breath for a moment, and I feel if anything reacts, and then I let go. This also feels really nice. Boom. Okay, on the side, same thing. If I have some tightness on one side or the other, I will put my face diagonal, then give myself resistance. I'm pressing my head down, my hand presses up, And then when I let go and I move immediately after, it already releases a bit. Other side. Inhale, press, head that direction, hand this direction. And then you can do the same with rotation. That's the last one we'll do. So, my neck is pretty relaxed now. Normally one side blocks a bit more than the other, but suppose this is blocked and I cannot go far. I'll start there. I'm rotating my head against my hand, so this is where I put the pressure. You smile and you release with an exhalation, and you might be able to rotate further. Other side. I'll be bright today. There. So I'm looking away. This is the point where I'll put pressure. Sorry, let me do like this. Inhaling and holding, and as you exhale, you gently release and you move your head into the new range a couple of times, just to give yourself the chance to get used to this new range of motion. And this you can do with anything, but it's easy to forget the head, and that will translate in relaxing all the way down here. So try this out. Let me know if this works for you. For me, it works. This is what I do when I'm cooking, when I'm doing anything standing that doesn't need too much eye focus. So let me repeat what we did. We move the head in different ways, and then bigger movements with the hands, and then the rainbow. Then we move the shoulders a little. Then we did the pulling up and down, pulling up and down, pulling up with the rainbow and down, moving the fingers and extending with resistance. And then finally resistance, front, back, side, side, tilting and rotation. And that should give you a really nice reset. I feel it into the tailbone. So let me know if you feel this, if this works for you. Let me know your wishes for tip drops for the coming year. We only have 12, maybe a few more if there's a lot of inspiration. There I'm back. And if you want to join my workshop Posing for Pictures in German on Instagram tomorrow, and or my combinations for long rhythms next Friday, let me know and I'll add the link down there. Yes. This can release stiffness that is there for a long time, just because it's movements that we were missing but didn't know we were missing. You will notice it afterwards if you needed it. Very happy to hear that, Vanessa. So enjoy the movement and be sure to move your head a lot today, so it stays in there. It becomes a good habit to do. Okay, that's it from me for today. Have a beautiful, beautiful first Friday of the year. Have a beautiful weekend. Hope to see you soon. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.